Hi, and welcome to Talk of the 10th. I'm Amanda Mays Bledsoe, the City Council person for the 10th District. And today, this month, we're going to focus on the Southland Street Fair on May 9th. We're going to shut down some streets, have lots of bikes and music, vendors and shopping. It's going to be a fantastic event. And one of the privileges I have is talking to who I'm with here today, Don Hurt, who's the president and owner of the Old Kentucky Chocolates. And Old Kentucky Chocolates is the oldest and longest standing business here on Southland Drive. And I'm so excited. You're kind of the veteran historian of Southland Drive.
Yes. We've been here since 1951 when it was McGee's Bakery. And I bought into that in 1969, and we've continued through this date.
It is an amazing locally owned corridor, really, in Lexington, and kind of the first one not downtown.
Yes. Southland was the original shopping center, first shopping center of Lexington. And where we are today was the first Kroger store, and the first building was built in Southland. And next to us was Kelly Jug Milk, and then the other parts of the shopping center was built after that. And this opened in 1951. In 1959, the Kroger store moved across the street.
Well, it's an amazing facility. If you're in here like we are, we're smelling lots of chocolate. So you have really become the chocolatiers of Southland Drive in a way.
Well, thank you a lot for that. We appreciate that. Yes.
One of the things that we're excited about is talking about how the Southland Street Fair will kind of reinvigorate this area. So can you you're a member of the Southland Association, and you've seen it grow over some changes over the last 10, 20 years.
Yes, in the last 10 years, the Southland Association has been very active, and we've done many things, and of course the new streets and the sidewalks and the trees and other things, and we're hoping to see a lot of improvement over the next 10 years. And I would like to see the Southland area lit better. I'd like to see all the people own property, to reduce storefronts and give it the look that we had in 1952 and bring it back. And we're on the way. We got a lot of nice restaurants and businesses it's making their businesses look great.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. And one of the things that I'm excited about the street fair is kind of having regular shops come out a little bit and be local vendors and participate in the community. And how do you think that's going to play with your neighbors? Do you think this is going to be a good idea for the community?
It's going to be a great idea for the community. It is Mother's Day weekend. It is Saturday before, and it makes Southland part of the community. And I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun, and it's going to be inexpensive and just fun.
Well, I know we're hoping for really good weather that week. We've talked a little bit about the history of Southland Drive and what makes it so unique. And one of the things that I think is so interesting about this area is how many locally owned small businesses are really here. This is a really special and unique place. People who open up shop here and they view it as very much a community. Can you talk a little bit about what makes this area so special?
Well, our goal is to try to have different businesses that whenever you come to this area that we're kind of a one-stop shop. We've got drugstores and restaurants and specialty stores. And as we grow, we hope that we get other things like shoe stores and clothing and so forth, so that it will even be more a one-stop shop.
Sure.
Yep.
And people really view this as being part of the community. They come down, they eat at Winchell's, they get a cup of coffee at Southland Park, they stop and get some chocolates or get their foods at Good Foods Co-op. And it's really a community that's built here. You know, what do you do for the community yourself as a store?
We have tours at 10 and 2 every day except Friday, and we have one at 10 o'clock, and we have tour buses that come from all over the country. And we ship candy all over the United States and sometimes overseas. And we get people stopping in, and also when they come to Kentucky or Lexington to visit the city or the county, they come here and do a tour. And we use bourbon whiskey, and our equipment's very unique and very modern and very different, so people enjoy that.
I'm sure. You know, I know Mother's Day is going to be a big weekend for you all coming up.
We're hoping that is when the street fair is going to be, and so we're going to participate and hope it will be a big one.
Well, we are too, and we're excited about the street fair May 9th. And I'm going to take you over to Bill and Jim, who's going to talk a little bit about what is the Southland Association, what does it do for this area, and then also we just opened some bike lanes here on Southland Drive. I'm going to give you a little tour of why we're excited to celebrate that new addition to the area. I hope the bike lanes bring some new people to the area and are more willing to stop in and do some shopping. So stay tuned.
I'm Jim Kreiner. I'm Restore Director for Lexington Habitat for Humanity, and we're really excited to be hosting the Southland Street Fair this May 9th right here in the parking lot behind me on Southland Drive. Southland Association was formed in 2004. A lot of the neighbors and merchants in the area came together looking for ways to kind of increase the quality of life and opportunities for folks here in the Southland Drive neighborhood, which is Lexington's oldest shopping center. You know, of course, most folks are familiar with the Southland Farmers Market on Sundays during the warm months and the Southland Jamboree. But in addition to those kind of special events, we also have planted almost 150 street trees. We've helped repaint the Norfolk Southern overpass. And we're really excited to be working on some stormwater and green infrastructure projects and other small community events. You know, I think we're always looking for the next thing that we can do to help improve the community. We saw some great street fairs happening in other parts of the city and said, hey, we can do that here too. In fact, if there's one advantage to Southland Drive, we do have plenty of parking. So we're really excited to kind of welcome people back to this neighborhood and this part of Lexington and come see all the great things that Southland Drive has to offer. The real benefits for the association members are that we are working together to pool our resources to make this a better neighborhood for everyone. Folks who live here, folks who work here or own business here, people like myself who do all three. You know, another project we're really excited about and the street fair we'll be celebrating is the grand opening of the bike lanes. That was a combination of federal grant money, city funds, and $30,000 from the Southland Association that our members helped us raise to pay for the new bike lanes, which are going to have a great impact on the people who live here and the folks who work or run businesses.
There's a strong biking community in Lexington. There's, I mean, all different kinds of bikers, recreational, commuter, mountain bikers. It's grown steadily since we've been open. You know, things like the Legacy Trail and trails at Veterans Park have really opened up access to biking for families and new cyclists. I think the Southland Street Fair will be a good thing for educating new cyclists about the existence of bike lanes and how to ride in bike lanes. You know, bike lanes are good. They do give you a little extra room from vehicles, and I think they create awareness. However, you still need to pay attention to certain things. Debris in the road is one thing. Cars tend to push the debris into the bike lane, so you need to watch out for glass and gravel. Usually tougher tires are a good idea for riding in bike lanes. Also, intersections are a common spot where you can have incidents, so you need to watch out for turning traffic at intersections and be mindful of not being in a car's blind spot. Try not to be beside them, try to be either behind them or ahead of them. And again, try to anticipate their actions. For me, I think it's great. There are every new bike lane just opens up new paths for travel in Lexington. It makes it easier. It adds new routes you can do. You know, when I look for routes around town, I try to, you know, incorporate traffic-free or roads with bike lanes in my route. You know, a lot of people, even with bike lanes, are, I think, still intimidated by riding either on the road or with traffic. And I think any way to show people or give them, you know, a safe experience will kind of open up their horizons a little bit and you know, teach them safe riding. I think that's a good thing.
Welcome back. I want to thank Jim and Bill for talking a little bit about Southland Drive and why we're so excited about May 9th. And as we've mentioned, it's sponsored by the Southland Association. And today I'm here with Christy in Good Foods Co-op, which is a lovely store and an active member of the Southland Association. Can you tell us a little bit about why Good Foods Co-op is so proud to be a part of the association?
Sure. Well, we just love being here. Just kind of one of the great reasons that people come to Southland Drive is to do their grocery shopping. And it's great to have just this wonderful community of other restaurants, retailers that have been on this street. This is one of the great corridors here in Lexington, and Good Foods is just proud to be one of the shops here.
No doubt.
Yes.
It's definitely an anchor in the community at the end of Southland Drive.
Right.
And you've been an active member of the Street Fair Committee.
Sure,
Can you tell
we
us a little
have.
bit about
Yes.
why you're excited about the actual Street Fair?
Sure. We are excited to attract even more people to Southland that maybe haven't been to Southland in a while, and we think throwing a party is a great idea. Good Foods is all about good food and being with people and celebrating good times, and that's what the Southland Street Fair is going to be. It's going to be on May 9th, and it's going to be outside here at the co-op, right in our parking lot area, all the way down to Marika's. And we're going to close the streets, and from 3 to 8, people are going to be able to have great food, listen to live bluegrass music, have some kids activities, inflatables, what have you, and then also some bike activities, such as I think we're going to have the street closed so kids can ride through the bikes. There's going to be bike safety information, so it's just going to be a great afternoon for all ages to come and enjoy Southland Drive.
No doubt. I know my kids are very excited to ride their bike around the loop and participate in the inflatables and do some shopping. Can you tell us a little bit about the bluegrass bands that are going to be there?
Sure. They are trying to get 2 great local acts, and the great reason why we're having bluegrass music is to celebrate that this is going to be the 10th anniversary of the Southland Jamboree. So we are excited, and it makes just total sense to have bluegrass music on Southland Drive for this event. Yes.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Now it's close to Mother's Day. There's going to be a lot of shopping. We expect a lot of vendors to be out here. And
Right.
who do you think is going to be joining us for that?
Sure. People are still signing up, but we know Old Kentucky Chocolates across the street will have great chocolates out for everybody. There'll be different local vendors here, local shops, so something for everybody, and definitely something to get for your mom if you're a last-minute shopper. Which
No
sometimes
doubt.
I am. Right, exactly.
Well, if you wanted to know more about the Southland Association Street Fair, and where would you go?
Sure, we will tell people to go to www.southlandstreetfair.com and also search for them on Facebook. And also Good Foods Co-op will be sending a link as well so people can find out more information about how to be a vendor, who is going to be there, what the band information is, and just times, dates, all that other good information.
Fantastic. Well, you know why this area is so special. Lexington has the longest and oldest standing corridor here at Southland Drive, and we are so excited to host the Street Fair on May 9th. I really hope you will take the time to come join us, tell everybody else to be there. Again, it's May 9th at 3 o'clock. Come listen to some bluegrass, ride your bike, play, shop, exactly what the Southland Drive is meant to be. Thanks for watching Talk of the 10th, and we'll see you next time.